Hi everyone, today is the 20th of June 2025. Welcome to Authentic Ingenuity Entrepreneur. My name is Minna Crichton. I am the narrator of this video clip and every other video clips on my YouTube channel. Today we're I'm going to be just do the usual, start off with an introduction, and then I'll just get on to the topic that's actually on my heart that I feel I need to keep my social media platform up to date for everyone that is watching me and who believe in me and who believe in honesty. It's a kind of a when people go out with their truth, other people don't agree. Obviously, it's because of my what everyone has done to me historically, where they did a illegal scientific experiment on me. But it is called a conspiracy historically, and in the process they have animated or inanimate me and then switch. Okay, so I'm going to keep the evidence in the moment and keep everyone up to date with what I'm up to. Right, guys, there's a clear case of human trafficking in persons. So if you don't know what human trafficking in persons, what has happened to me is clear evidence of someone being used for a pecuniary advantage according to the law. And this has a penalty of 20 years imprisonment, and these people are definitely 100% gradually stealing, and they just seem to be taking turns. Everyone is being color coded, linking to everything to do with me, with the government, my private life and public life. Okay, so the other issue that I have found is that the offences are serious violent offences because of the organised crimes and the assaults and the insults that happens in the moment when I'm by myself. It's basically that, it's public scrutiny also, and it's gangs involved, and with what I've gone through historically, these people are definitely in my space, glued to me. All they need now is just espionage. They only need one person to be a spy, linking to everything I'm doing, and then coding each other or coding people and globally. And this is how the global game works. But what I have found is that they are deleting and or have erased my profile, and it is definitely now and quite evidential that they've damaged my property. Okay, so this here is my property, anything to do about my existence on earth with any body corporate, any government agencies, and also in my court cases, they are my personal property. So anything that I have thought of and put together while I'm in court, and everything about myself is my property. Nobody owns it. So this is what I'm basically dealing with, is my personal property, and so property law comes under this, and other property law legislation. Okay, so what I have suffered personally is intimate victimization. Okay, so the opposition has only been able to steal is because of espionage, and they're using people in my environment on behalf of the opposing allies or whoever it is they're trying to help to steal. In this case, they've used me historically for relationship scams, but it doesn't matter what you call it, it is a conspiracy. And so there's been massive loss on myself. Emotionally, it's just been dangerous, but yeah, it's very, very, very bad. So basically, this is what describes the game. Okay, they call it crackerjack. The people behind it, to them, it's just a game, and they think it's a joke. But it's not for the victims, who are the actual original, trying to survive in the moment or doing their best to go forward. Whether they've been honest, but it doesn't matter if they're on a blacklisting downhill ecosystem, I like to call it, but it is definitely organized crime. But that is, I can easily prove that now in the legal system. And I'll update you guys a little bit about that today, but I will just continue with what's on my heart at the moment, with the most recent things that have been happening with me. Okay guys, so historically I've been a sitting duck. I'm quite sure a lot of people can relate to me because I'm one of these people. I'm a straight person. You know, I'm not gay. Okay, I don't have a wishy-washy personality. I don't play games with people's liberty. I take the law very serious. I don't play, you know, I don't find, you know, anything funny about abusing people and, you know, taking their liberty away and playing games with it. I don't find anything what everyone has done to me, the opposing allies, what have done to me. They've coded me. They've used substitute to degrade me. They've used me to exalt other people like a product. So I'm standing against all that. All I can say is shame on yous. But I'm just going to continue. But it is definitely another form of a pyramid scheme. And it is, or a Ponzi scheme is another name for it, because there's monetary value in it. It's about using someone to promote somebody else. And, you know, and there's definitely money laundering like Lotto. They've used me for that secretly. That's very clear and it's not hard for me to prove. So I've got a very good criminal case against those people involved in my, you know, in these games. They are doing hit and run things. They're like committing the crime, using different people all the time, and then they help each other escape like they run. Okay, it's a game. It's so clear, but what I've gone through can happen to anybody. And if you've got a serious mindset like me, especially when it comes to law, yeah, I just wouldn't find anything funny, and I haven't. Okay, so they've treated me like I'm a black person. It's a bit of an insult, really, but anyway, this is the ecosystem that they've, you know, that is for people that are blacklisted or on a black market. Historically, I can go as far back as when it first started, going back to 2010 with the protected disclosure. They have definitely dug up my past, made links to people in my private life, and then played games using me for movie ideas, gluing me to different women that I've already mentioned on the other video clips. And I'm just going to do that today. I'm going to be denouncing anything that's floating in social media, keeping everyone up to date. But the system has definitely keeping people like myself in the know. Okay, so it's a black market, blacklisted. Why is that? Because heaps of people have committed pretty serious criminal offences. There's money laundering going on behind the scene, or people have committed perjury, which is very, very serious. As time, you know, from people ignoring it, or being reckless, or everyone, you know, the problem doesn't go away for the victims. It hasn't gone away for me. I have not been able to advance. And in fact, the moment something good happens, they steal it. But that is the set of circumstance that I am going through at the moment, or historically. So anyone who's gone through what I have gone through, you are definitely exploited. You feel it. You just feel it. You just know. So common sense is you have to always stay alert. Look for signs when you think, you know, people in your environment, either they're naturally just being themselves, or they're being groomed by somebody, or being a mouthpiece on behalf of somebody else. They're actually being trafficked too. If people do that, they're actually doing that on behalf of somebody else, meaning their motive and intent is not normal or natural. Okay guys, so the best way to describe it, it's a massive new age for those that are incarceration, meaning anyone can go through what I'm going through without even realizing you could be trafficked or targeted by somebody specific. I mean, if they can get away with what they've done to me for a long time and still survive, I mean, that's quite serious stuff, okay? So, but it is a very easy system. These people can plan and plot your death well in advance before you even know it. It's easy to steal, and then, and instead of the real criminals getting caught, other people can, the blame can shift on them. So anything to do with me is definitely a criminal case. What they've done to me historically, their motive and intent is a one-way. Okay, they want it. After doing what they've done to me historically, they would call someone like myself a whistleblower, and their motive and intent is to never go back. So the system is set out. If you've been used like I have, anyone can be used like I have, without their consent or anything. Their intent is a one-way thing. Their motive and intent is to keep you down, to stop you from advancing. You are definitely blacklisted or on a black market, and this is consistent with all the abuse that you go through every single day. Just one moment. Alright, so let's just have a look. Give me a sec, guys.
Actually a little friend of Natalie's and is actually trying to mix some.
Alright, guys. Once again, I am denouncing this female, okay? She's put out a video clip. I know she's fighting for her reputation. So what we're dealing with something publicly and even legally, who's going to believe who? I'm denouncing her, okay? Yes, I am still talking to the real Henry Cavill. Yes, we are still together. And yes, we are both in the exact same position where other people are doing what they're doing without our permission. So this is one of our highlight arguments as a as a couple. Otherwise, like I said to everyone that I would, let everyone know if we had broken up. We have not broken up. We're actually more closer today than ever before. But the circumstances that goes on with all this public innuendo is fraud. So we're denouncing this, okay? I know she's fighting for her reputation, and she's got somebody actually talking, on her behalf. I mean, come on, guys. You can't read the future reading cards, right? The funny thing is that some of the things that's mentioned in these videos, they're things that are actually happening in the moment here. I know I'm being pinned down and spied upon globally. They're listening to everything I'm saying. They're capturing everything that comes out of my mouth, and then they do the opposite. Like, they've made me eat my words, the people that I'm glued to, or they're trying to steal. Those are the people that these alliances are trying to exalt and win the public's favour over. Okay, so I don't know her, and Henry doesn't know her, and he knows I'm doing this. I have to denounce all this for those that are actually watching over watching my YouTube and that, and I know that the devil never stops trying, okay? I'm a threat to so many people, obviously. But I'm denouncing this video. Okay, have a listen to it, guys. Funny enough, though, on the day I actually lost my phone, I couldn't find it because I get stressed when I go out when these people are in my space. Okay, they come out with and doing rude gestures most of the time. They come out in their rubbish trucks. I mean, I don't know, but I think some people who are using their rubbish trucks to insult, the public. Their evil intent or their hate in their heart, their evil. They should actually lose their jobs. But that is part of the tactics or the criminal alliances they do, or they're actually acting out. It's the ISIS. Okay, it's gang related. It's a mixture of people. And their threats are really serious, and they use sound effects to be threatening. These are the kind of things you used to be able to ring the cops and they will come, but because they're all involved, they're not going to come. So that's the kind of threats, psychological threats, to put fear in people. But I'm nothing's going to stop me from finishing what I'm supposed to be doing on this earth. So I'm denouncing her. Okay, have a listen to her, because I like to just up to date see what's going on in public. Henry doesn't give a damn what happens. He does not give a damn of anything what public says. I know he's hurt by a lot of the things that people have said about him, but I am denouncing all this. Okay. And denounce everything she's saying. She's not sleeping with him. He doesn't know her. She's a little girl. It's a criminal tactic by those that hate him to try and ruin his reputation. He is not a womanizer. Okay, and women get obsessive, lustful just like men, but they're ruining somebody's reputation. So we've talked about this, and he knows. I speak on behalf of both of us until he is ready to actually clear all this with the public.
I have no problem exposing you.
She talks quite confidently, but she's been paid or groomed or supported by some other prominent, powerful people, whether they're people in government and other governments. Okay, so I know they're making a mockery out of my love life, but I have not found anything funny. Okay, I have not found anything funny with people interfering in all my relationships. But never say never. There's sufficient evidence there for a very serious criminal case in the near future. Okay, so I have to say what I said again. I forgot to turn on the video. So we are denouncing this, okay? So this is definitely not the real Henry Cavill. So it's up to you guys to believe me or not. It's just that we're both in this same situation at the moment. And I've showed Henry this. He said that is not even his nephew, okay? They're using lookalikes. So that's what Hollywood people do. They use lookalikes. That's what millionaires do. That's what billionaires do. They use lookalikes. That's all very well in their world, but that's not fair on those that, who are not into that or have not given them consent to do that to them. So we're denouncing Natalie Visciso and her latest tactic. In fact, you can expect the real Henry Cavill is not happy about any of this. He's not at all. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted just to talk about before I go into the topic I was going to talk about. So I'm definitely doing this again. Okay, I will keep on doing this in the moment until I don't have to do it anymore. Okay, so what we're dealing with spiritually is corruption and integrity. I'm sticking up for myself globally, publicly and legally, because it's my right to. Okay, I have not given anyone permission to use me for a pecuniary advantage and basically make money out of my life and steal off me and ruin all my reputation or my relationship with the hope that someone will kill me or I will commit suicide. So I'm standing against all that. until everything's finalized. Okay, guys, so recently I gave Wins an application to do again. Okay, this is the second kind of application. So what they've done to me historically is quite clear. They've kept me in the know. So everything about me has been a black market or blacklisted case. So what they've done is they have committed treason. Okay, I went to Wins and I let them know because I was very upset with my discovery of what they did. They'd actually sent a application to Australia to do with my file, and I was not happy about that. This is proof of it here. So what I'm finding, my applications are being split. So what they're doing, they're splitting people's applications and then sending it overseas. Okay, so I mean, here's a proof, and I can tell they've even coded the names, okay, of my family members or people in my family. Okay, those watching can see clearly who I'm talking about. But they sent an application to Australia, and then they ask people for their personal and private identity and expect them to just send it when they just sending a letter, like an email, and then they want people to send them people's identity. And I actually made a complaint to Work and Income about it because that's a breach of privacy, and no one is obligated to give them anything like that. And I mean, not only that, they're sending it to overseas, and that's a breach of privacy because it's my file. And this is just the proof from discovery. They'd sent it to Australia. Okay, so the laws are different there. They're not the same here. So what I did was I printed out the laws and I took it to Work and Income, and I told them that, somebody in Work and Income has actually committed treason. They've sent my file without my permission to Australia, and then they're getting these people to ask, I see the people who are involved in my case, they're not happy about the privacy breaches either. And according to the law, they're not obligated to either. All right, we're talking about the Work Income laws here in New Zealand. So I was not happy about that, and I will make another police complaint in regards to this issue. But that is my discovery of how they've actually treated my file. Okay, guys, so keep in mind that I'm actually being animated or in anime, and the fight never stops. Me warring against, I feel like, the world, because I'm a single person on my own. They've invaded my life, okay? They've invaded my soul, they've dug up my past, and then they've all played games and think it's funny, and I have not found it funny. So I'll just leave it at that. The unfortunate truth of the matter is people are making up their own laws. All right, so I guess I have to say my experience has saved my life, because it is the laws that we abide to, and I'm the type of person who questions everything and anything. Common sense, because of imposters. Common sense, because of people telling you lies and luring you to a plot. And that's exactly what everyone has done to me historically. So that is the latest for now. So I'll show you a photo of Henry. Right, guys. This is my beautiful new family. This is what he actually looks like now. Doesn't he look good? Him and his mum, they're doing quite well. They've both been through a lot. They've been through heaps. But God's watching over them, and things are slowly getting better all the time. But yeah, so this is the real Henry Cavill today, as of today. Okay, he only just sent me this not long ago, but this is him and his mum. And yeah, so he's definitely not talking to anybody outside his bubble. He's only talking to me, whereas other people are sabotaging both of us. They're interfering, for obvious reasons. They're trying to stop us from being together and all the rest of it. But today we're actually very, very close. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. So just keep praying for him, for those. I mean, the main thing is we all be safe. We don't want anything, bad to happen to either or any of us. But this is the real him, and this is how he looks recently. Him and his mum's been through quite a lot. But we're very, very, very close, and I love him to bits. So we're talking about, this is quite serious. I mean, even in my environment, when I do go out with the gangs coming out, and it's just that feeling knowing that the public just knows who you are. You just know. And that's not good. It's not fair, but that is what it is. I will keep up to date too with my court case. Nothing much has changed at this point in time. Everything's still the same, other than that I was very gutted that somebody deleted all my files, and I know they're linked to the Crown, and I made that in my last police report, because obviously they know that they've lost and they've committed some pretty serious crimes, but it doesn't matter. I created it. I know how to recreate things again because they're from my own work, my brains. So either somebody's stolen it and copied it, but this has been an ongoing problem that I've gone through, and I know that files and documents just don't disappear. I also know that the Serious Fraud Office can actually find out what happened, who took it, and who stole it, and can actually charge them for all the computer hacking. So that's why I'm keeping, as things happen, because they're happening all the time. Nothing goes straight forward. They're intentionally sabotaging me in my space, or abusing me, and I don't like it. When people make complaints, it's because you don't like it and it shouldn't be happening. But anyway, I'll update you guys with my court case. I'm currently just working on an application at the moment and still settling in. Got other things that are going on too. But yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I will keep you guys up to date with everything. So ignore all the public lies. Is my word against them. But yeah,